Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. Uh, Looks sort of familiar, doesn't it? The starting, I mean. Picking up logs on Erska River to finish out the job we started in the last episode. You can see the Keny C500 has a proper bumper on it. It's got a short log carrier. It'll do short or medium logs. I tried all three Kenys. I thought maybe the long ones, the long framed ones, I could do a short log carrier and a saddle with a gooseneck trailer instead of a dolly pull. No, the 10x10 has the room to mount a short log carrier like you see here. And it has six, oh, excuse me. It has 6 feet behind it, 6, 7 feet to put a fifth wheel there, which would, if you mounted a low saddle fifth wheel, it would carry a gooseneck log carrier. It's a modded trailer pack. As soon as you put the fifth wheel on, it takes the log bunk off. It won't do both. So let's get going. Bottom line is I had to pull a trailer, but I went down through the list till I found this modded version. It's got a lot wider wheelbase. It's got a lot stiffer ride so it doesn't wobble back and forth and hopefully not tip over. At least not so easy. The thing with those small trailers is they get rocking back and forth from side to side. And the longer it rocks back and forth, the further over it goes. So I'm hoping this won't do the rocking thing. It seemed to ride pretty good coming up here. So let's load it up and see what it does going down to Cosmodrome. Cargo management. Short. Load. Short. Load. Awesome. There's full stacks we need. Now I came up here. Across here, up this road, up this trail, through the rocks and shit, through the it's getting late. Through the steel factory, and then down this road, and then just kind of cut across the corner. I'm debating if I should try and go back that way because it's kind of nasty. It's really bumpy. Trailer bounces up and down. But going through here would put me directly on the road to the bridges without going through all this bullshit on that side. But there's really no way to get on this unless you come down this trail and get on this road and loop all the way around. Or you could go all the way back to the shop and down the hill across the ice, and then you're right there at Cosmodrome. But this ice crossing is soft. So shit, I don't know. I guess I'll just go up here and around and I could go down there and then this way to get past that little piece. But that's a big circle around. I think I'll just go back up that road that I came in on and see how well this thing rides with logs on it. Now that goes over, cuts over to this road. I don't want to do that, so I don't know how bad that is, but it looks pretty nasty. So we'll just motor on through here, go down the bumpy hillside, take this road up to the garage, probably cut across the ice. Gotta do something to try and cut some distance and therefore time off of this route. So this road is bad as far as being like a roller coaster. I'm fairly confident in these modded vehicles to keep the load on the trailer. On the truck and on the trailer. As long as I don't put them over. long as I don't get too excessive with the throttle. This is a repair station. I don't think there's anything to fix. I've been pretty careful with the damage. Now if I kept going around that corner, I could get to that little snaky road that goes down into the quarry area. But, you know, one little snaky road or the other, it's kind of a horse apiece. And this is a pretty short rig. The 6x6 with just a 2-axle trailer, you can do some pretty tight corners just so you're not going too fast and put the thing over. I'm like, whew, that was a pretty fast whip to one side. The whole road's not this bad. Woo! Trailer was kind of a little far there. This is the spot where you gotta go around the broken bridge. If you so much as touch one of those timbers, it screws you all up. Stops your truck or grabs your trailer. You have to try and back off of it. And it turns you sideways because it won't let you go right away. It has to get you all crooked before it lets you go. Kind of a treacherous part, but I'm not too awful concerned. Just kind of steer up the hill. Compensate for the whole thing wanting to slide down the hill. Alright, let me see what I want to do next. Okay. So I could get out on the ice right here and go all the way around the point. Might be easier than going across that rocky gap and then down the hillside, and there's no clear path. You have to steer between the boulders. So maybe right around like that would work best. Gotta kind of steer between the boulders here too, but the hill is not half as steep. That's a different crossing there. There's the garage buildings up on our left. I know we'll fit because I've come through here before. Getting a little wild on the corners. How do I try and ride the pressure ridge or stay on the shoreline until I go straight across? You know, last time I stayed on the shoreline until I was way up here past it, and then and then turned back in, and I just about made it all the way across before it stuck me in this shit. Look at that Keny dig. And away she goes. Sort of. But you gotta admit, this is pretty good progress for being up to your doors in icy water. Pulling a trailer when you're loaded is not a light load. But they do a good imitation of a loaded log truck. Oh, gee. Get out of my way. Here we are. What a ride. And the shit is still on there. 1943, so 20 minutes from the logging site. Well, I've been recording for 20 minutes to get to the gateway. Last time was almost 28. So made it down here 8 minutes faster. And realistically, that's probably all on the Keny being able to move along faster than a different route, but you know, whatever. Whatever works. Do you like the new color? I chose to put a different color on it. Here. Let's make it mid-afternoon. Oh, wow. Really bright. But I thought that was kind of a neat color for a logging truck. Speaking of logging trucks, nobody moved these for me. Damn people can't get reliable help anywhere. Move over. Sometimes my attempt at humor has a delayed reaction. The ass end of this 6x6 is kind of skating back and forth on the corners. The tires are spinning. It's got a lot of nuts under the hood. Walnuts, that is. It keeps the squirrels going. See, there's no way one of those stock logging trailers would have stayed behind this thing all that way through all those bumps, through that last big pothole. This thing is just hung right in there. And I've never used it before. Wasn't my first choice, but as I kept going down the list, I saw off-road, chained, log carrier. It's like, yeah, let's see what that looks like. So we couldn't have got all three here at once unless, you know, I towed the Goliath behind the trailer, or I towed the Keny with the Goliath, or something like that, or used two Kenys in a trailer. I suppose that would have worked. But I was hoping that one truck load would satisfy all three like it did last time, but no, it did not. Let's get some cargo unloading. There's one, there's two, and there's accept. Now there's still 2 fuel that come to this same location. And we're 25 minutes in, so we might as well go ahead and take care of it. I'm getting a collection of equipment over here, you know? Okay, okay. That's enough. That is a neat color. It's hard for me to really put my finger on exactly what it is. It looks like it's got a little lime green in it, but maybe some orange mixed in with the lime green. I don't know, does that make sense? I don't know. I felt like doing something different for my log truck. My logging truck. Alright. Drop the cheesy southern drawl and drop the trailer too while I'm at it. Now, we needs to go across the river. We could actually, from where I am, we could actually take the back way out, cross right there, and then chunka 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 right there. Okie dokie. I'll probably check the map again. You know, if you do Stargazer, you can get the Z608 or whatever right here. But I don't care about it. I care about getting this next job done. And let's start the tracking on it. Feel for the masses. Make sure it's only 2, because I'm leaving my trailer behind. And it ain't like I can pull out the Dev Tools menu and just whip up another trailer. I looked at a new custom scenario that might be interesting. I'm not sure. It's what it is you do all this rough country shit like this, and then to get to the next place, there's like really long highway, really long stretches of highway between gateways. So there'd be long stretches where you're just holding it wide open between the center lines, you know, and then you get to the next spot and you're back into the shit And you might have to bring materials with you. It ain't like it's just a joyride. You have to move materials. You know, so something like that, I could see one of the "53-foot enclosed unspillable trailers coming in handy, as long as you can, when it comes to unloading it, you can auto unload. Trying to get a crane in through the back doors and get it to latch on to whatever's in the trailer, whatever's closest to you. You know, it's not hard when it's the back half, but it gets hard to reach the front half. I did it with the Kraz Chabors and the stronger big Russian crane. So I could stick that boom way up in there. Yeah, I was sticking my boom way up in there. I mean, the boom on the truck. No offense, ladies. Yeah, I was laying on the brake, so I pushed the button too hard. Good sounding horn though. Oh, let's see. Straight up, I believe. Or maybe not. No. I needed to turn back there and go do some more roundabout stuff. Yeah, there ain't a road in SnowRunner that goes directly to where you need it to. Everything circles all over the countryside. You know, in St. Paul, I grew up in Minnesota, and I lived not that far. I lived maybe 20-30 minutes from St. Paul until I got older and we moved further away from town. But the way that the running joke for the way the streets are laid out in St. Paul, Minnesota, the way they're all dicked up, one runs crossways of the other, and you start up one street and then have to turn and go a different way and shit. The running joke was that the streets in St. Paul had been laid out by drunken Irishmen. And that's what this map reminds me of. Only maybe it was drunken Russians this time. They're passing around the vodka while they were paving the streets. I want to point out something interesting right here. You see this big Y that goes up to the rocket building? That's where they launch the rockets. See the tracks? One side comes down to here, the other goes across, the other side comes down and meets it over here. So it makes essentially a big Y with the building there and then the launch site beyond that with the big blast pit. You can see it better here. The Y, the assembly building, the tracks, the gantry, the launch platform. This whole area is where the rocket blast goes to the bottom, curves up the side, you know, goes straight up in the air instead of spreading. That's real shit. I saw that on a program, how the Russians used to launch rockets from here, and it was exactly the same. You could take a picture of that and a picture of this and compare them, and it was like a postcard. But I thought that was pretty cool. You know, I saw this channel I like about geographics and history and stuff. I was watching one earlier how Stalin decided to start gathering people that were undesirable, or if you were asked to produce your papers and you couldn't, you know, just shit like that. And he was taking them on a boat way up this river to a frigid cold part of Siberia and dumping them off on this island and expecting them to fend for themselves. Some 6,700 people died, I think it was. I think that's the number. 26, I don't remember. But they survived. Well, the people that survived the incident, because after, I don't know, a couple of years or something, Stalin relented to pressure from the people that lived near the island and knew what was going on, and eventually took them off. But they survived, the people that survived, to be taken away by boat at the end by eating everybody else that died. Yeah, it was called Cannibalism Island. He put them out there with no way to fend for themselves. There was trees on the island that they were supposed to cut down and make buildings for themselves, and they were supposed to grow food. Well, he drops them off in the middle of winter, and with nothing but a little sack of flour. Well, they try to mix the flour with some water from a stream, and it's polluted and gives them all dysentery. That took out a couple hundred people, and then the roughnecks of the bunch start creating their groups that fight with each other and bully and kill everybody else, and then they start, anybody that looks like they might even close to dying, they slaughter them for the meat. It's terrible, but anyways, I started out saying that I watched an episode on that channel about the Russians launching rockets here back in like 60 to 80 or something. I don't know. I don't remember shit like that. I remember watching it. Yay! There's not even cargo zone there anymore. So I could probably leave it there, but bush is in the way. Let's just do this. All right. We got the assembly of machinery that got the job done over 2 episodes. Actually 2 jobs, because the fuel for the masses was a separate job than the 3 logger deal. All right, cool. 45 minutes. Got this one done faster than the last one. That's good. Shorter video. All right. I can. leave in the dark. Come on, gotta be able to see the trucks. All right. All right, see you next time. Thanks for watching.